Okay, so we're gonna check out Stanley Parable. Now, I know this is a huge fucking classic. Like, everyone knows this game, everyone's played this game, and everyone loves it apparently. And I don't know anything about it. This is my first time ever playing this game, and I've managed to stay spoiler-free all these years. So let's play it and check it out. Apparently there's like a sequel or something coming out at some point, or like a remaster. So let me change the options before I capture this. Aspect ratio, okay, there's widescreen. Let me go to 16:9, there we go. Okay. And let me use the game capture for this. The capture of game. The Stanley. Top 10 monkey videos. The Ultra Deluxe Edition is supposedly coming out next year. Well, that's cool. So this is like an old mod for Half-Life, I think. Alright. Is there subtitles? Closed captions? You can change the caption language in Steam. Right-click game entry. I think that means... Oh, okay, there we go. Subtitles only. That's good. We're gonna need them subtitles. Did you know? Next year is going to be 2022. Yeah, it's using the Source engine, which is pretty cool. Let me just Alright. Let's play the game. Let's see what it's all about. The end is never, the end is never, the end is loading never. Okay. Loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is the audio fine?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them.
Look, it's you.
This is
I'm gonna increase the audio after this cutscene.
Every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Sorry.
Never in all his years at the company.
I was told to press a button.
This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
That make you jump.
Regained his senses. He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. Let me increase the audio. There we go. If you need any help or advice, okay. I'm gonna ask you guys if that's gonna end up being the case because... Oh, come on, what? Oh, there we go, okay. Whew. So there's no interacting in this game, I don't need to worry about doing the funny. So this is not exact...
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, this is not exactly a horror game, I think. Hang on, let me move the mic a little bit. There we go.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
The co-workers are gone. Anytime you stream a game, it's a horror game! There's room 420. No, sorry, 420, 30, 20. Look at that painting over there. Floor twerky. Can't even see outside. Yeah, nice view from the windows. Oh, I can interact with stuff. I just turned off that PC. Any game is horror if you try hard enough. There's something on that screen over there. This map seems like it would be a good prop hunt map. That's 420. Epic. I'm gonna leave that open because that's where I came from. Yo, look at the drawing on the wall. Does it say hooray? I don't know who that is. Is that G-Man?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey, wait a minute. They should make an altered version of Prop Hunt and call it Poop Hunt, where you hunt players that are turds. I'm gonna go to the right. I'm gonna see if that works.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, so I think I understand the theme of this game. Breaking out of the shell or whatever.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, I just simply stood here. I can't even jump in this game. I can crouch, but no jump. What does that say? Who farted?
Really, really worth
Who
it.
farted?
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Who farted?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
This is King Quest levels of narration. What's King's Quest again? That name is so familiar, yet I always forget.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay, so I see. I'm gonna wait one more time. Cold drinks. I can do like dancing. King's Quest is a point-and-click game that takes place in a fairy tale-like world where you play often as King Graham. If I press E, I can rustle my jimmies. Makes a funny sound. Coffee nut! Oh. Hashtag something. Yo, does that say Fook? No, it says fuel. Hello there. Okay, I don't think there's gonna be any more dialogue. Let's keep going, shall we?
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Now, I'm not sure, but this narrator voice actor might be the same dude who is the narrator in the Dungeons games. Dungeon 1, 2, and 3, you know, the one with absolute evil in it. I don't know if anyone knows that series. I wanna be a reckless runt and like disobey everything and just, you know.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Would you look at this? Okay.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform and plunged.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Guys, I'm in charge of this story. Look at this. I sweetie dead. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What a rogue.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Eager
left.
to get back to business.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
Why
it's
is it that
incredible
even
he was
falling down in
5 years
games
ago.
grips your stomach? It's the fear of heights. I'm not afraid of falling, but I can understand that. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death! Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. That doesn't matter if you die, you know.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Ain't that the point?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who? Who are you talking about?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? You can't remember how the game goes, but it messed you up. Yeah, this is my first time playing this and I'm enjoying it so far. Your mom! This is a trap. This door is a trap. Could I jump down there? Like on that path?
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help
Holy
you,
shit!
to show you
It's the
something
dog board!
beautiful.
Guys, look, it's the dog!
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Danger everywhere. I love that you could do that. That's fucking amazing. I'll try to avoid the...
Now
Oh.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Now this is another trap. This is... I really like this so far. Like, I have no gripe with this narrator. I just think it's funny. That's why I'm avoiding him, you know.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It's hell. danger everywhere.
See? There's nothing here.
It's
I haven't
the
even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Miracles? Skilled things? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Nah, dude.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'm just like trying to see if this narrator is gonna like break, you know.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations. You saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
This is like a child trying its hardest to change the original story. This ceiling is not ready yet. The Stanley Parable. Worldwide leaderboard. Do you know that this many percent of players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of the players chose the blue door? You're objectively ranked this out of this. Is this real? I don't know. Well, I haven't been playing for 7 hours, so I guess we'll find out. A dead rat! Nah, this is not real. This is not real.
I cannot believe it.
Let's go to the left again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
This game's gonna
Let
jump
me boot it up.
scare me or something. Like, seriously.
In this
Oh
game,
no.
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Oh,
So
fuck.
why don't you give it 4 hours of play.
You know,
to make
it
sure
gets
it's
good. It gets
Be
good
sure
after the
to
first
notice the
season.
experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
I hate babies.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I wonder if you can actually play that for 4 hours. Holy shit, guys.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Minecraft.
Last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it.
This
Gaze
is
upon my work
weird.
of art and feel ashamed at your own
This is like the classic Minecraft.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
That's like the old sun. Is the sun moving or only the clouds? I think it's only the clouds, so... Man, this is weird. This is like... They even have the roses. This is like before they changed them into poppies and shit. This feels like a jealous fan trying to one-up Rye. I'm trying to make this narrator understand that you should, you know, make games only for yourself, not for other people. You know, he seems like he's like fishing for my attention, my judgment or whatever, and he should not do that. Alright, I'm going in.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
I can't believe I'm playing Minecraft with a freaking narrator. This is so cool.
It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Nah. Is there gonna be a creeper?
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds...
Oh, I hear spiders.
Okay, new game.
This fucking dude! This fucking dude! Now we're in Portal.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's insane.
You do know that the story of Portal is like escaping the prison.
What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Source engine jokes, yeah. I've never actually played Portal. I was actually thinking about playing Portal like after this, so this is funny.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical.
Portal is the best. Well, I'm in for a treat then.
Genius.
You broke the bug.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Oh fuck. We're in the zone. Yeah, he got enough. He had enough. I hope you're happy now, dude. The original backrooms. Yeah, seriously though. The original backrooms is like insides of a game. I really like the concept of like breaking out of a game. I'd like to make a game like that. I don't have a light. Guess I'm just gonna like fall down. Doesn't seem like there is a way to go here. Alright. I guess he had enough. Let's jump down, shall we? You're kind of picky with this kind of humor. You prefer getting into the contact with the world the game presents to you. Yeah, I can understand that. Now this is like scary. Now this is scary. Yeah, this is he's japing me. This is actually one of the games. You know, he told me he had enough, but this is actually one of his games. You know, he's trying to trick me into believing. But I'm not gonna fall for that shit. No, I won't. Scary? There's nothing in it! I know, right? That's why it's scary! You're more scared of nothing from Never-Ending Story. I'm afraid there's gonna be someone behind me when I turn around. His gamer setup. Narrator gaming. I think I need to find another hole to like drop down. Or I guess it just goes black.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
All right. Huh. Now, did it actually restart, or is this still continuation to that what happened? How do I know if it actually did restart?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This game is intriguing.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Boys,
Perhaps he wanted to stop
strap
by the
on.
employee lounge first.
Was there music
Just
before?
to remind
Yeah, there was music in the
The lounge was sublime.
in the
A work of art.
starting
What was it
area.
about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first.
I'm gonna see what the talk about the woman was.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
I wonder if this game keeps a record of what you've done and like changes the story according to that, like during your replays.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Okay, let's go to the black door and see what that's all about.
To redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh fuck.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
I
To
see.
think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
Like we did the first time.
Completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice.
Oh fuck.
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
There's
in
not a
this
lot of
scenario,
commentary, but I just
a
want to listen to like
hypothetical real person
everything.
named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius.
That's what
of
you
his
do in video
house.
games.
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
That's good. The
If you
real world
find yourself
makes
speaking with
sense.
a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice. No. You guys know what's gonna happen. You guys know what's gonna happen.
Making choices on a regular basis.
Oh, okay, we
is
were
the
just
best
supposed to
part
practice.
a healthy decision-making
I guess I had to
process.
make a decision.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
8
Do you
choices
make
per
more
day.
than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been.
But,
This
but,
way, please.
this is still a game. Dude, you don't understand, this is still a game. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
yeah, right.
Dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make.
I'm gonna
no
break
sense
out of
to
this.
you.
Just
We
watch
need to
me.
get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped.
JRPGs be like. Alright. Choices with helping wheels. I need to break out of this. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. The skies. I was trying to pick a color. But then I realized the sky might be that color somewhere in the world. There's no color the sky might not be. Alright then, I'll stand up. Brown. It might be brown. In the shit world. The sky can have any color, exactly. Wait, are we going back to the...
There, you'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
What about green? Well, if there's Aurora Borealis, it can be green. Alright. No, dude. I don't want to go in there. There has to be another way. Okay, I guess there isn't. Just so you know, there's literally a lot more stuff to this than it seems. No, I don't doubt it. This game is fucking massive.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right?
Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction, but you're not too late.
Look at this fucking thing. No! The world is deteriorating because we are making illogical decisions. Okay. Aurora Borealis, at this time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely within this game. Okay, first time ever we're going to the left door. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about, my story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I...
Gear everywhere.
I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Oh fuck. Okay, now it's a horror game.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
No.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious.
Oh, really?
It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All
That was
right.
odd.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! How did he do that?
Okay, I feel like it.
His be-
Oh. Oh shit.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You broke the game, guys. Are you being serious or like okay? Let's like drop the veil for a moment. Is this game seriously broken? Did I seriously broke it, or is this like supposed to happen? I can't even move. You have no idea. Oh, well, I'm gonna wait for a moment, and if nothing happens, I'm gonna restart. Oh, don't worry, it's okay. Okay. Keep choosing the right door, though. This is funny. I can't move. Like, we're not in a dark room. There's literally nothing here. Yeah, at least I can pause the game. I don't think there's... Press up, down. Yeah. Just wait a bit longer, you'd say. Okay, let's wait. You may have to manually quit and reload the game. Maybe that's part of the game. Like, that's part of the game. That we have to reload it, you know? It's like leaking into the real world, so to speak. Sorry, I had big floppy feet. I'm gonna wait for like a minute. Let's watch a video while we wait. I'll show you guys a video, and if nothing has happened after that, I will restart. Hang on, what video did I show you guys? Oh, okay. Oh my god, I haven't seen some of these in like fucking months. What the hell?
Look at the size of those M&Ms.
They're ogre-sized, just like him.
That's a lot of chocolate. Must be under a magic spell.
So what do we do?
Well, when it comes to breaking spells, usually somebody's got to kiss somebody.
Not sponsored by M&M, by the way. Putito! From Google it says you have to exit in the pause menu and then load into the game again. Well, let's try that. So, do I begin the game again or quit the menu? Which one do I choose? Either should be one, fine. Okay, I'm gonna press this. Let's see what happens. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think it reset for good now. Maybe.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge.
You reached the end of that dialogue tree, yeah, most likely.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first.
Yeah, we're back to normal.
Left.
I'm gonna answer the phone this time and see if it actually ends like he said. I'm not gonna grind for all the dialogue trees, by the way, but I just wanna see a bit more of this.
We've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by...
You wanna see a bit of the correct story too? Yeah, we're gonna play through the correct story too. Have you jumped off yet? The jumping off bit was the first thing I did.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Yeah, there's a full wiki for this. And now we're at the apartment.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
The bread.
Right. Okay, there we go.
Are we gonna see an uncanny human model?
Come in and tell me all about your
day.
Oh my god.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a love life? Who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh, okay, I see how it is. Okay, let's go in. Hello, wife.
This is a very sad
How are
story
kid?
about the death of a man named Stanley.
I can't go out anymore. Do I need to press V? Okay. Let's do it in style at least.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen.
Press a different button. No, different buttons don't work.
But
Let's see what happens here.
In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Now that's more like it.
Discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press 7 to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his
Hello.
coworkers, his boss,
Oh shit, yeah.
everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
That's exactly what happened! I like this story far better than the original, you fucko.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind control.
Oh shit, we found that.
Down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, we didn't find the line yet. But we found the baby.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this freedom.
Yes, because
Surely
it's fun.
there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Okay, this is uncanny. Because that's what I felt like. I wanted to go off course to see if, see stuff, and now he's explaining exactly what happened.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the
Wife gone. I'm sad.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that he's electing to kill himself?
Beep.
How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press Z to question nothing.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time...
How many exits have I found so far? I think this is the 3rd one.
And I tried again.
Please stop it!
Pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
Oh, I think we found another one. Yeah. Alright, let's do that again.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Oh, hang on. Something's different. You thought it was over.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm sorry, dude, but you just presented to me a new thing. So of course I'm gonna go right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he
Yes!
had never known before.
No! This is the story I wanna hear!
A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I
Yeah.
mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly,
this room. Wait.
Yes, really worth it being here in
I'm falling into his trap.
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at the
I'm falling into his trap. He changed his story to be the wrong story. Now I'm following the wrong story, but it's the real story. So I should follow the original real story to disobey his current story.
With this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on
Yeah, no
his overall
spoilers. No
personality.
discussing how many endings
It's
there are.
possible that this is why everyone left.
You overslept? What's new?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Fuck you! Who farted?
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back
I wanna
to
see
business.
if this happens again, if I like go here and do the thing.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you...
Let's do the wife thing again and see if anything's different.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
How do I have such a perfect schedule?
I'm asking for her.
Do you mean a sleeping schedule?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stan.
Just in general, I don't know, man. My brain is schedule oriented.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay.
Get ready for a wife jump scare in 3, 2,
I want you to come in and tell me all about
1.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
The oven is a lie.
Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry.
Okay, I had to make sure. Okay, let's get this over with.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Let's get this over with.
Quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oh, it's different. It wasn't 2 before.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now
It's gonna take a while, sorry about it. I just wanted to see if this is any different now.
back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped
You'll
out
watch
from
the
his
VOD later?
desk
Okay,
and
see ya,
realized
dude.
that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
What Source games have I played? Half-Life 2,
So he went further. He imagined that he came
Black
to two
Mesa,
open doors
Team
and that he
Fortress
could
2.
go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost
I think that's
too
about it.
wonderful to behold.
Unless there's a game that I
As he wandered
didn't
through
realize
the
it's made in
fantasy
Source.
world, he began to fill it
Boingo's
with
Big
possible
Adventure.
paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy.
Does the blueberry juice still taste like butts?
Again, and then again.
I had a different can. Or like, not a can, or like a box thingy. One that's confirmed to taste good, but yeah, the new batch tastes like ass.
Some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets.
Stanley Parable
the more he forgets
and the beginner's course are made in Source. Yeah, I know this is in Source.
And I'm trying to tell him
I haven't played Portal. Not yet, but I plan to.
But an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Do you see what I see?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him.
Okay.
I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Portal 1 and 2 give you crazy motion sickness, but you still play them because they're so fun. I don't get motion sick from first-person games, so I'm glad I had that going for me. Okay, here we go again. This time I'm gonna go to the left door. Guys, it skipped one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
it skipped one. It shortened the office. What if I do that again?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Imagine if there was a pee and poo button. Dude.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. Like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
Oh fuck, okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I go here? Or do the wife thing again? Which one do you guys think I should do?
Was so bad at following directions.
Oh fuck, no!
It wasn't 5 years ago.
Okay, well. Do the wife thing one more time. Okay, let's do the wife one more time.
Perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
You can always restart, but I wanna see what happens.
The story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make
hopefully she's finally gonna have an oven to bake her bread.
For me, I'm asking for her.
Okay, one more time. Let's do this one more time. After this, I'm gonna go to the left door that I accidentally skipped this time. You know.
She's been waiting. That's her, Stan.
Stan. That's her, Stan. Literally. Get ready for the monologue again.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Okay, fucking shut up.
See something. Come inside. let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry.
Okay.
No.
And let's press some buttons again.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Okay, the buttons are different
Stanley is quite a
again.
boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was
I got an achievement!
that he returned to work.
It said you can't jump when I pressed space and tried to jump over this.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Yo guys, press M to spend time with the boys.
So he went further.
The boys. Me and the boys.
Go through either. At last.
Okay, so yeah, that's understandable. The first person is making you yell.
Behind each door, the mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another
Can a
was
soap
yellow
get
line
dirty?
weaved in both
Yes.
directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always
A
feel
dirty gate soap. Technically it can, but when you use it, it gets clean again. Exactly.
Snappy, perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same button. All right. Nothing has changed.
Get this over with.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Was that different?
And I'm trying to tell him this.
Okay,
That in
maybe
this
it wasn't.
world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me?
Okay, here we go. Let's do a different path this
The
time.
second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose.
So who makes the rules?
We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
That's different.
Again.
Or was it?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
What would the Ryemanni Parable be like? The giant rat. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like that maybe this time was different. Okay, we're back here again.
This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Oh. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Let's do the left door
Perhaps he wanted
now.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Is this
And
different?
here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room.
This one gets different.
This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a room. Va-va-voom. What a room.
Va-va-voom. Groovy, man, groovy.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even
The fact that this changed again kinda makes me wanna do the wife thing again, but I do not wanna like withhold the stream any longer. Let's do the different path, you know. But man, this is interesting.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was... But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, let's go here.
Business. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'm sorry, but there's a big glowing red button. Of course I'm gonna press that! Maybe if this one resets, it will still lead to something. Like, it'll keep building up and up, you know?
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Are you sure it's left? What if I don't wanna?
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Okay.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay, my dude.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Oh, man.
Rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Okay, let's go to the blue room again. Let's see if...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's a quick restart at least, so let's have a look.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I'm gonna keep going this way because that's what I'm familiar with. This one looks different. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. That's the chat you're talking about?
Said, this is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
What endings have we seen? I don't even know yet. I guess you gotta watch the VOD.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I think that the story where you end up in the wife room is like if you replay one of the, like, you know, the yellow line, the baby, or the wife one, it will like lead to something. But since I went to this like slightly different one,
knew we'd miss something. The story.
You know.
Here it comes.
I'm gonna take another look. Oh fuck, I thought that was a person. That scared me. Oh god.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Alright, you're the boss.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay, finally!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
What did we win?
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Alright. Let's see. No wait, this is the line one! This is the line one he was talking about.
Solution. This time to make
The Stanley Parable adventure line.
Of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Watch me stray off the line. I like work. I just hate my boss. Fuck it. If your workplace has mugs like this unironically, get out of there. Actually, if they have mugs like this even ironically, get out of there. You were really creeped out earlier by the phone message. That's the wrong way. We were supposed to go here. This is where the doors are.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay, I guess. Leave it to the line. Yeah, the phone message was like probably the best part.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
No fucking... No, get that shit out of here! No, Rayman Legends ass fucking music. Oh my god, it's so loud. Thanks, I hate it. Origins or Legends? This does sound more like Legends music. What's wrong with Rayman Lemon music? I don't like Lemon music. Hang on. That's... That was different. Whoa. Rayman avocados. Okay, here we go. The line is like... Oh yeah, the line is like, even it doesn't know where we're going anymore. The Riddler. Oh my god. Riddler.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Oh no.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Hang on, it's going the different way now.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Oh. Like driving outside. Big brap sounds. Okay, let's keep following this thing.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Does it actually restart? Oh.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Why are you so chummy all of a sudden?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh, okay, thank God. That wasn't the loop. Okay, I'll give you a story, Mr. Narrator Man. You want a story? I'll give you a story. He's taking you to the back rooms. This really is the back rooms.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge it, TM.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn...
How's Pep doing? Pep's actually not watching this because she doesn't want to get spoiled. She wants to play this game on her own, so that's why she's not here.
So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
I haven't been playing it for...
That's what this is?
Oh, wait.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Guys.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Or get 8 restarts.
So, okay. I guess...
Oh yeah, the other door also leads here.
That this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Holy fuck. Okay, so which restart is this? I haven't been keeping count. Oh my god, here we go again. But is this different? Should we go to the right again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Was this the 5th restart? And it said that the narrator will forget, so let's try to continue with that prophecy or whatever that was.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
I wanna
open
see
doors,
what
he
happens in
entered
the blue room
doors
again.
left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It did update! So I think the wife ending is the quickest if we want to just do this over and over again. Okay, let's see. So...
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So we did this. We went to the elevator. And I don't think the elevator split anywhere. And we did this. We went to the wife ending, we did the unplug ending, and we did the baby ending. So... Did the unplug the phone ending have different paths? Also, hello. I don't want to do the baby ending again because that was long. Guys, I kind of want to go do this again. Okay, guys. You guys decide. Do I go do that again? Or do I go here and like go straight? Wife! In all caps! Is death an ending? I'm gonna take a sip.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure.
You think the wife ending would kind of restart?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but
I don't know how many layers this game has. It's crazy.
There's someone you've been neglecting.
Was there anything I could do over there?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
What happens if you try to leave the apartment before the wife opens the door? There's a brick wall. The chain of wife endings. Let's spice it up a little and do the unplug ending again.
To redeem yourself, to put your work aside.
No, but that ended in the weird black room. Let's just do the wife one more time. Then I'll go to the blue room. Then I'll go to the left. Okay, this is the last time we do the wife.
The one to do this, to reach out.
I promise. No more tempting after this.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me...
I can't move at the moment.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Now I can move, but
sorry,
there's a wall.
You're in my story now.
Okay, let's sit through this one more time. Go to the blue room and then go to the left past the elevator.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Whatever layer it has, it will be sure to have more whenever the update the devs promoted years ago at Game Awards 2018 that's been delayed over and over. I'm sure it's gonna come out eventually. Someone said it's gonna come out next year, but I don't know if that's true. I don't follow the news.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own.
I'm sure if you do the right path enough times, he will at some point snap during the blue room and be like, we've done this like 100 times, please stop.
Suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The
I bet you could have simply followed the instructions on the wall and reached an ending if you had memorized it all. Yeah, because it said like...
So, he went
narrator forgets, Stanley tries to play the game, but is like stopped, you know. I'm sure that would have been one ending too, yeah. But I'm on my own adventure now.
Thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an
I don't know about you, but if someone did a backflip and landed with a fart, it would let them look after... You would let them look after your kids. Just saying. Like, during the collision event with ground and their feet, there's just...
And so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end. That he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
I just realized what he's talking about.
The longer he spends here, the more invested
he's like
the more he
describing me doing the right path over and over and over and over again, hoping for something to change, but nothing changes. In reality, I'm just pushing the same buttons over and over again.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but
he's trying to tell me it! But I keep going to the right path!
Killing himself. But he won't listen to me.
Oh my god!
Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't.
Okay, let's do something else after this.
Make the rules.
I mean, a different path.
Intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him.
My chair is doing noises again.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Okay. Blue room. Is he gonna say it's fine again? The damage this game can do to your psyche, be like.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, it's going to the left this time. I'm pretty sure it went to the right previously. Even Stanley.
To a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
Okay, I think it doesn't move on from it was okay. Let's go to the left now.
To get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Alright, first time ever we're actually on track. Let's see what we can find.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. Everyone is unique. You most of all. number of slides on this slide. What is hot? Yeah, graphs about things plus money. We have our new product. There's so much stuff to like dig into here, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Let's keep going. Oh fuck. Broom closet. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Engineer!
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
That's the way I like it.
To still be here.
I could live here. Just give me a PC and I could live here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Actually, I'm crouching, but that's fine.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Yeah, I could just chill here, just
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, then you would have had a reason for exploring it to find it. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
The narrator is showing how people who react to trolls look right now. Yeah, that's the funniest thing about this. This is like a trolling simulator, the game.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?"
Yeah, did you get your fucking broom closet ending? Yeah. Anyways.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
The broom closet ending was my favorite, right?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system.
You fat, you ugly, you dead.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term...
Imagine Pep is gonna burst through the door and like carry my body away.
...their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
It's getting so mad while you do nothing. What we're hearing right now is the gas expelling from the body. Imagine having to explain the history of narrative tropes in video games to someone. I feel like there's gonna be one more thing. Like he's gonna say something, he's gonna surprise me and like clap my ass. I'm gonna wait for a little bit. Then I'm gonna step outside. 10 seconds. I wonder if there's an ending if you just stand in the like beginning closet or like office and don't do anything.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. There's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. Fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky.
Isn't there an upcoming special edition? Yeah, that's gonna include more content. It's gonna happen. Well, so we back in the mine, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. Gonna say something? One more time. You never know when this game is gonna, like, you know. You're not sure if you've ever encountered that second bit of dialogue before.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm sorry, but I'm going down. Yeah, all these opportunities.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to jump
Whoa!
around. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd,
I feel like this is the normal story ending.
Dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Bruh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, help me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss, I have an office, I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real, I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Where's Cuphead? Probably not tonight.
This is the story of a woman named Mariela. Mariela woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the side.
He did die!
Turned to go call for an ambulance. For just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be
Let me introduce you to the new Joker!
in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Let's go again. Let's go again! Okay, don't go down the stairs, you will get the boring ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now do exactly what the narrator says. Okay, let's do exactly what he says now. Let's see what it's all about. No, but this is different. This is different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door
Okay,
on
but
his left.
let's do exactly what he says. After that we can keep doing branching paths.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
She left him for dead. Look at this goddamn
Stepping
place.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was...
I already went inside the broom closet.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Remember that.
2845.
284.
Of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait, sorry, where? Oh. 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input...
No, wait, we did it wrong! Because he said we couldn't have known that.
He stepped into the newly opened passage.
So he broke the rules. Or like, the thing he said. I think. That was like a we made an illogical decision. Do it next time, okay. Illogical real life decision. Like we were taught about previously.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered.
This is what we talked about recently, right? The underground facility. Yeah, this is like the actual story he made for us.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
There's so many options. Let's just keep going with the story.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
That's the place where we were before.
Find out.
Standing at the top.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
He's lampshading what's happening over here.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, how do I do that? Facility power, I guess. Off?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
He's talking about the game.
Gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking.
Sorry, narrator, but your story kinda sucks. It's funnier when we disobey. Yes, this story does kinda suck.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Guys, it's British.
All he needed to know.
Look at this.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Everyone's first draft is terrible. Yeah.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So things were meant to happen like that. Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Gonna start again? Okay, interesting. There's a couple of paths I still want to check out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
I wanna
doors,
see if he still
entered
comments
the
on the
door.
blue
This was
room.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Like, it was fine, or did it restart since we beat the game?
First, just to admire it. It was okay.
Okay, he does get stuck at that because he knows
But
we've been
eager to
here.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's... Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh man, that's awesome. So, to some extent, the narrator must remember everything that's happened and know that we've been, you know, here before and shit like that, that we are playing this game over and over again. You have zero context for this game. It's even better that way, believe me.
To a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh shit, the shitter. The fancy shitter.
To be rich is the crime. To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one.
That sounds like something the Joker would write on a wall. Extreme bathrooms. Does it say at the top? Can't quite read it. Extreme shitter. Oh fuck, that picture scared me. I don't know why. Business strategy. Bad. Let's go to the elevator. See where this leads us.
Extreme bathrooms, where regular bathrooms don't do it for you anymore.
I think the most interesting one so far has been the confusion ending, because it had like the... like what's gonna happen next, but we didn't follow through with that. I think that would have been cool to do. But I think we need to do the confusion ending again if we wanna do that, you know. Where the fuck are we going? You like the wife ending, it would probably have left somewhere. Yeah, I feel like there has to be an ending that would lead somewhere if you just keep repeating it. It's the narrator doing the music, or like doing a little bit of like do 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 do. Not the baby ending. Well, the baby ending was good, but it was so obvious. I kinda prefer the confusion ending, even though we didn't even like follow through with it. Because we didn't like find the ending of the confusion path, you know. Oh my god. Oh. He was singing Stanley in the background. What if you go up? I went up for the first time. I guess we're going here again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud.
Look at the ceiling.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Enter 8888, funny happens. Okay, but let me try this first because, you know, there's no...
Stanley just sat around twiddling his
Yeah, let's see what happens here,
Trying
because...
to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yeah, we can't know that, so we're not gonna do that.
Two, 845.
I kind of want to see what would happen if we went to the logical, you know, decision-making route first and came here, because this doesn't make logic. You get so mad so easily.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. Okay, let's go. The fuck? Why can I go behind here? There's something I could actually do here? I feel like there could be. Oh well, let's go here again and see what we can do. I guess we can learn from his behavior of how not to act in general, yes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, really? Well, let's have a look at that violent death.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Is this the death? Did we die? I did not, in fact, die. Welcome
As the machine whirred into
to Black
motion,
Mesa.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh shit.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single...
I'm sorry, we have a narrator for the
Stanley was
narrator.
obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No. Hang on, we have double layer narrators. There's a narrator for the narrator narrating Stanley.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Does this happen every time if you go the escape route? Alright. Reddit. Okay, let's have a little look around this place, shall we? Maintenance room, an early version of the maintenance room. Yeah, but she was right though, when every path has been designed in advance, death doesn't matter. HD remix? Wait, is this a... Hang on, what? In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. Warzone? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which is not our intention. Still not sure if this is real or just another trick. How's the game going? Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use this in further promotional materials. What first game? What do you mean first game? In previous versions of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Interesting. There was a Half-Life 2 mod called Stanley Parable, which was the first version of the game. Oh, I see! One option, a doorway to maintenance the lounge. Two options, doorways to maintenance. One option, one doorway to maintenance. The flow of hallways following the first two doors up. When the game said they had no intention of making fun of shooters, then why including Minecraft and Portal? Well, those are not shooter games. Also, that was not making fun of those games. It was the narrator throwing you to different games. The situation described here was the game raging war against the narrator. That's a whole different context. Could be a clue. You doubt this museum is neutral. Yeah, this game makes you doubt everything. Freedom ending. Countdown desk. Oh boy. Escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. I see. I haven't found these levers yet. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released in May. Okay, I'm not gonna watch it. Okay, I see. Loops around. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. How do I get over there? That looks fun. Office clock! Hell yeah. Boss's office. Okay, this goes around. Narration outtakes. Kevin breathing? The voice of the narrator recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
The kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you.
Ray considers an intended possible path within the game to be spoiling things for him, where it was intended to find this path before others. Or was it? This feels like a secret. This whole thing feels like a secret you shouldn't just, like, find. But I don't know. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Me and the narrator. I did wish to destroy the narrator. I did want to be free.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I mean, she's right. The only way to win is to not play. And I'm gonna do that at the end. But you're forgetting something. I'm streaming and I wanna capture some of the other stuff. You know. I'm not the only one, but the game is trying too hard at this point. I don't. I kind of. I don't know what to think. You agree in a way. You liked some endings much more than others. Yeah, I kind of agree. There is no complete order. Some paths do unlock after others, but since you got here from the path choice by following orders under the facility, this could be the first path you take. Okay. Let's go again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
You don't think the dev had us in mind when making this? That's true.
Well, perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Was there branching paths over here? I think there were. Let's do that again.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. That's good. That's fucking awesome. I like this. I like this. Like acknowledging that the game repeats over and over again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You're talking to the devs right now.
They're really mad Rye's playing the game.
Just really upset. I'm gonna fuck them up. These rooms don't do anything. Let's try random codes.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going.
This is a different
He lay prone,
narration.
paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Yeah, he talked differently.
Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code.
So where does the 888 come from?
So random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly, ever.
He's talking like I've been here before. Oh, it's that in the demo?
8.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his
I got an achievement from
Trying
that.
to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
The demo is completely different from the actual game. Oh, fuck. The Hello Neighbor situation. 8.
2845. Forgot, but it turns out that Hannah's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Alright, let's do this again. There were other paths I could take in the room. Did you play the demo after this? I don't think my interest lasts long enough for that. I think this is good enough.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What if I walk a bit and then return?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I wanna see if he reacts to this. That would be pretty funny. This fucking hallway. Alright, let's see. There was like a staircase I could take to the top in the like control room or whatever, so I'm gonna try that. Also, there were a lot of buttons.
Of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had 2 months to live for.
Yeah.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
You're impressed I'm playing this, but as fourth wall breaking as it is, it's a bit left field based on the games I've played before. Well, people I trust in their taste have recommended this game to me, and I know it's like a classic, so I decided better time than never.
The monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them.
I wonder if some of these screens had a secret. Like, are they all actually different? One of them has to hide like a secret. Like that one there, look. I can't zoom, but that looks like a secret. Perhaps this is where the game tells you to take the left door.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated?
Can you head back? No, the door closes. Wait for 60 seconds without getting on the elevator? Okay. Let's see what happens. Let's see if that's a real thing. I'm gonna watch at the screens in the meanwhile. Do you mind getting tips at this point? Yeah, not really. I think we've seen everything. Well, not everything, but you know, a lot. So I don't mind people telling me secrets and stuff like that anymore. Oh, it did open. Let's see how far back I can go. Ah, press the button. Disco secret! William hides the best secrets! And they said disco is dead! Never give up on your secrets. It's fucking loud, that's what it is! Oh, sorry, my dancing gives you motion sickness. Let's get the hell out of here.
He refused to believe it.
That was a good secret.
His own life.
Who is Kevin MacLeod?
Never. It was unthinkable.
That was also super loud. Sorry about that.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
composer of that royalty-free stock song. Oh!
Stanley
That's
decided
awesome.
that this machine
I didn't know that's
would
royalty free.
exert
Yo, is that
its
the fucking
terrible
brimstone
power
icon, like
over
Satan and shit?
life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Let's go up here. Four. Do we gotta press these in order? Let's find 4 buttons. No, wait, 5 buttons. That's 5. Big red button. Oh, can't press it. Oh, we have a door. Wait, okay, here we go. 1, 2. We need 3. We're missing the third one. Anyone knows where the third one is? Feel free to nudge me in the right direction. That's the 4. Can we get up there somehow? Oh, found it. 3. Four. And 5. I hope this is it. Please? No? Oh. There's a number on the wall. Fun fact, you just wasted your time pressing meaningless buttons! But this door! Hang on, where does the wire go? Up and left. Wait, where was the 0 button? Oh, yeah, there's no 0 button. I think we just did waste our time. Well, how do I get in there then? Well, let's press on. The tip you'd want is to go to the facility power control. Okay.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes, that's what I want.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Do we need to open it now?
Moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know
Red
where
button?
to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right,
Re-enter passcode.
you're gonna die.
What's the passcode,
I'll
guys?
tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set.
What's the passcode?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside. Or I let it burn
Charge
to a
what?
crisp. I have to say this though, this version of events.
Press
has
any
been
key to
rather
send
amusing.
power surge.
Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure what
Incorrect.
come up with on the next
3
round will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
I
Why
pressed
not?
3.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
It just gave me more time.
Tell me, what's the matter, Stanley?
Re-enter
Is it that you
passcode.
have
Okay,
no
let's do it
idea
in
where you're
order.
going or what you're supposed to
It's
be
telling
doing
me to
right
press
now?
3.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
Oh, he-
screen to screen,
he
clicking
knows.
on every little thing in the
He knows.
These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button.
Oh, he knows. Oh well,
Something
abandon
here
all
will
hope.
save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away.
Alright, I call your
You're
bluff.
still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Perfectly cut shots. And restart. Okay. The office is different again. But guys, okay, now's the time. Now's the time. If there's any like special ending you'd want me to take a look at, or anything about this game you'd want me to know, tell me now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did you go through the red door? No, I didn't. I don't remember where that was. Ooh. Since we can let you know things, after this ending you have 4 to 5 endings, 7 if you're crafty and stupidly patient and skilled. Oh, there's the baby game. Oh, yeah.
This is not the correct
Let's
way
do the
to
red
use
door.
a room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his
Jump out the
left.
window in the front office? That's possible.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
New robot message.
I
It was
realize that
okay.
investing in your
Yeah,
trust in
it's a
someone
fucking
else is
sound bot.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. That what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
You can go
zero
through that door right there. How do I get
Are
down?
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Is it possible to
I don't know
get down
how to
without
convince you
dying?
of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Just jump from the ledge. Okay, well, I'm gonna do the red door first.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm gonna go wait for the arrows.
Perhaps you misunderstood.
I wanna
Stanley walked
make him mad.
through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Okay, this was the last one, so let's go here.
Through the red. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
In the first office, there's a desk you can get on and to the window.
What are we looking for?
Okay. The red door ending is your favorite.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna die on the stairs.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh! Well, narrator, why the fuck do you care now?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
That's the door.
Minecraft.
Oh, I didn't die.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I won't go back.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? My God. Is this really how much you dislike my son? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, dude. It's just funny.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
How many knees do you need to break?
Make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
You know, I've been bullying this narrator for the whole fucking stream. I've been trying to do things my way. I think it's time we let him have it, you know. Because
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
this is giving me nausea. Yeah, your game sucks. Yeah, just do it. Yeah. Let's play Minecraft again. That was funny.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh. Okay, so where's the window I can climb out of?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very
Wait, that's
much
different.
that it was.
That's different. can't climb. Try jumping out the window while jumping on the desk from the chair. Oh, this one. Oh!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No, I like this gag.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first
There's
place.
also things you'd like for me to try, but that would require a tiny bit more effort. Do you mean like the confusion ending if we followed the thing that it told us to do?
Gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now
It involves a console? You mean the dev console?
What do you think? Which choice?
I don't even know how to open that.
Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough. How tantalizing!
You wanna see me go down there in the storage? Oh yeah, let's do that. Dude, can you shut up?
You are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other
No, I'm gonna see this through.
miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Where's the other option then? Four hours of the babe.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
This is completely weird. Wasn't there more to this? Well, I'm fine with that. I wanna go down there. You have to jump out and then select yes.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay. Our greatest achievement was reaching it was okay.
Stanley was so bad at following.
Alright, so how do I get down? Where can I drop down from that safe? Because when I dropped down here, I died.
Oh well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below.
Oh.
You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
I'm gonna try dropping at the boxes.
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How
No.
clumsy of me.
How do you get down? Instead of getting on the lift. Oh yeah, I can just go. Yeah. Is there a secret if you wait in the title screen like forever? Not title screen, I mean like this place. For the console ending, you may have to quit the game. Open in...
Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
My office doors. Oh, I see. For the console ending, you may have to quit the game. Open its properties in the Steam library, type in console, the launch options, then open the game. When it starts up, Pause the game, press that and enter SV cheats. Oh, it's the Half-Life cheat thing, or the source.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
You went to the broom closet so many times it became boarded up. You went in the blue room so many times it says it's okay. You wonder how many different versions of the starting office there are. Yeah. Check the list of achievements. I'm gonna try getting...
to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
I'm gonna try getting down to the truck door one more time, because we're running out of time. And I think I got everything I wanted out of this game already.
This was not the correct way to the
So I'm gonna try doing this, and if I can't get it, I'm just, you know...
He wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
There's one called click on door for 35 times.
It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
eBay can drop on a shelf.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't...
I'm gonna check out the 430 after. Maybe I could get to the side. Or perhaps drop on a truck?
Drop on a truck.
I'm gonna try that.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
What happens if you go to the baby path and actually like rate him 5 out of 5? Because I rated him 1 out of 1 every time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's check. Oh, 430 is gone.
Set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
the rating does nothing? Okay.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley...
If you succeed at the baby game for 4 hours, that also is technically an ending. Yeah, someone told me that earlier.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I wish you could jump. Hang on.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
There's no surviving the falls. Okay, I see.
The fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Well, I think then we're out of time. Let's do the only real victory of this game is to quit the game. That was hella cool though, like seriously. I didn't get everything, but that's fine with me. I'm definitely looking forward to the new version. Now that I've experienced this, I might even check out the thing or whatever, like the remaster collection or whatever it's called, when it comes out next year, hopefully. Another ending is by going to the boss's office, enter but then leave quickly, triggering the doors to close. That leads to a rare ending. I like games like these. I should play more games like these, but writing a game like this must be hell. So yeah, thanks for watching, Stanley.